Chosen one, stop and listen. Something extraordinary is happening right now. This message was not meant to reach just anyone. It was written in the heavens, hidden from sight, and fought over in the unseen realm. It was erased, intercepted, and delayed. Yet here it stands, alive in your hands. That alone is proof that God Himself wanted you to hear it. This is not coincidence. It's not algorithm. It's alignment. Every interference, every strange delay, every whisper telling you to scroll away, all of it was resistance. But what belongs to the chosen cannot be buried. When heaven decrees a message, even hell must release it. You are standing in a divine moment. The very fact that you are here means the spiritual clock has struck your appointed hour. This word carries the final note from God to His chosen, not a warning of fear, but a call to awakening. Heaven is tearing through the noise to reach you one last time. You may not understand why your heart is racing, why your spirit is stirring, but your soul recognizes truth when it hears it. This is the transmission that was never supposed to arrive, yet could not be silenced. Chosen one, lean in. Heaven is speaking. What you are about to hear will mark the beginning of the greatest shift of your life. Chosen one, understand this. This message should have never reached you. It was deleted, blocked, and buried more than once. Every time it tried to surface, unseen hands tried to erase it. Yet somehow, through divine insistence, it found its way to your screen. That is not luck. That is proof that what's written here carries heavenly weight. There has been resistance not from man, but from the spiritual realm. Every glitch, every disruption, every distraction that almost stopped you from watching this was not random. It was a battle. Heaven has been trying to deliver this message, and darkness has been fighting to prevent it. Why? Because what you are about to receive exposes the truth. It activates destiny. It breaks the final chain holding you back. You are not reading this by chance. You were chosen to intercept what hell tried to intercept first. Every delay in your life, every sudden silence from people, every strange pause in progress, all of it mirrored this message's journey. You've lived through the interference because you are the message. You carry the same light that darkness tried to extinguish. God would not allow His word concerning you to die. Every attempt to delete this truth became fuel for its resurrection. The more it was buried, the stronger it grew. Heaven whispered, "Send it again." The angels obeyed. And now, against all odds, it has reached you. Chosen one, this is not entertainment. This is a spiritual event, the delivery of a message that refused to die because your purpose refused to fade. What's about to unfold isn't just prophecy, it's confirmation that destiny cannot be deleted. Chosen one, have you felt it lately, that quiet stirring deep within your soul? That strange restlessness that won't let you stay comfortable in old patterns, old circles, old versions of yourself. That isn't anxiety. It's awakening. It's heaven shaking your spirit, awake to something greater. The signs have been subtle yet undeniable. Your peace feels different, your vision sharper, your discernment stronger. You sense something changing even though you can't explain it in words. The things that once satisfied you no longer do. The places you once fit now feel too small. That's not confusion, that's confirmation. You are outgrowing what once contained you. For years, you prayed for breakthrough, not realizing that the breakthrough would start within you. The first shift isn't in your circumstances, it's in your consciousness. God is rewiring your thoughts, expanding your faith, preparing your heart for the divine acceleration ahead. This is the beginning of your spiritual awakening. The slumber is over, the fog is lifting. You are remembering who you truly are, chosen, anointed, equipped, and divinely backed by heaven itself. The old you couldn't carry the next level, and that's why the shaking had to begin. You are not losing your mind. You are finding your purpose. You are not falling apart. You are being rebuilt from the inside out. Every disruption, every delay, every disappointment was the alarm clock for your destiny. Chosen one, this is your wake-up call. The trumpet has sounded in the spirit, and heaven is calling you by name. You are stepping into awareness, no longer asleep, no longer uncertain, no longer unaware of your divine identity. The awakening has begun, and there is no turning back. Chosen one, listen carefully. Heaven is no longer whispering. It's moving. The delays that once held you back have expired. The gears of destiny are turning faster now, and the divine clock has shifted from waiting to now. You have stepped into the realm of divine acceleration, where what once took years will happen in moments. There is a holy quickening taking place around your life. Things that seemed impossible are being rearranged in your favor. Doors you forgot about are swinging open. People you lost contact with are reappearing at the exact moment you're ready. The atmosphere around you feels charged, because it is heaven is fast-tracking the promise. The Lord is collapsing timelines. He's merging past prayers with present action and future fulfillment. He's redeeming time that was stolen or wasted. Every year of delay is being compressed into sudden manifestation. You won't have to chase what's yours. It's already in motion toward you. When heaven accelerates you, it won't make sense in human logic. Others will ask, how did this happen so fast? But you will know it wasn't speed. It was sovereignty. God is doing in days what would normally take decades. But acceleration also requires alignment. You cannot cling to what slows you down and still expect to move at God's pace. Release what resists. Let go of what no longer fits. Stay in prayer. Stay in flow. Stay ready, because divine speed demands spiritual discipline. Chosen one, this is the season where the spiritual becomes visible. Every hidden seed you planted through tears is about to sprout overnight. Every no will turn into a yes. Every waiting room becomes a launching pad. Heaven is moving swiftly, and your name is on the wind. Step into it boldly. The age of acceleration has begun, and you are its evidence. Chosen one, look closely at the world around you. Everything is trembling. What others call coincidence, you recognize as code. Heaven is speaking through signs, through movement, through disruption. The shaking you see in the natural is a reflection of what's happening in the spiritual. The veil between realms is thinning, and the frequency of heaven is echoing through the earth. You've seen it in strange patterns, time moving faster, days blending together, nature acting unusual, systems breaking down, technology glitching for no reason. These are not random malfunctions, they are divine notifications. Heaven is releasing updates into the timeline of humanity, and only the awakened can decode them. For those asleep, it looks like chaos. But for you, it's confirmation. Each tremor, each unexpected change is God's way of saying, pay attention, I'm near. When heaven moves, the earth must adjust. When spiritual alignment takes place, physical reality responds. Do not fear the shaking. It is not destruction, it is construction. Old structures are being dismantled to make room for divine blueprints. God is reorganizing nations, systems, and even timelines to favor His chosen. You are witnessing the recalibration of creation itself. Stay sensitive. Watch the skies, the seasons, the signs. Listen to what your spirit feels before your eyes can see it. The shaking is not meant to scare you, but to awaken you. It's heaven tapping on the window of your awareness, calling you to rise higher. Chosen one, the prophetic signs are here not to announce the end, but to announce the beginning. Heaven is shifting the atmosphere, and the world is responding. This is your confirmation. You are living in the days prophets longed to see. The shaking is not the end, it's the signal that glory is coming. Chosen one, what you're experiencing right now isn't delay, it's divine recalibration. Heaven is not just moving faster, it's reordering your entire sequence of destiny. The timing of your life is being rewritten by the author himself. What you thought was wasted time is being redeemed, and what seemed like endings are being rewritten as introductions to new beginnings. You see, God doesn't measure time as man does. To him, years are not distance, they're preparation. Every detour, every pause, every redirection was designed to align you with the precise moment when everything would finally make sense. Heaven has been quietly adjusting your coordinates, moving you from where you were comfortable to where you are called. That's why some doors closed without warning. That's why some relationships expired suddenly. It wasn't rejection, it was rearrangement. God removed what couldn't handle your upgrade. He's syncing your spirit with his schedule, and in this recalibration, everything that once seemed behind will suddenly catch up. You are about to step into Kairos time, God's perfect, appointed timing. In Kairos, divine alignment overrides delay. The last become first. The forgotten are remembered. The ones who were left behind are suddenly accelerated ahead. This is not favoritism, it's fulfillment. Heaven is saying, you are right on time for your next assignment. During this divine recalibration, be patient with the process. The shaking you feel is not punishment, it's the sound of destiny locking into place. Don't cling to expired seasons out of sentiment. Let go with faith, knowing that what's coming next carries more weight than what was lost. When heaven rewrites your story, it doesn't erase your past, it redeems it. Every tear, every prayer, every sleepless night is being folded into your testimony. The timeline is shifting, and divine order is being restored. Chosen one, you haven't missed anything. You're not late. You're aligned. Heaven waited until you were ready to receive what's always been yours. Now, the sequence has been corrected. The page has turned. Your time, the right time, has finally come. Chosen one, take a deep breath. That season of isolation you endured was never rejection. It was refinement. God didn't hide you to hurt you. He hid you to hone you. What felt like silence from heaven was actually the sound of divine construction. You were being built quietly, away from the crowd, so that when your moment came, you would stand unshakable. You cried out, Lord, why am I alone? Why does no one understand me? But heaven was answering you through the stillness. God withdrew you from noise so you could recognize his voice. He stripped away distractions so you could discover discipline. He separated you from comfort so you could carry the weight of calling. Isolation is heaven's classroom. It's where warriors are trained, leaders are molded, prophets are sharpened. You learned endurance in the silence. You found strength in solitude. You were being prepared to walk among many without losing yourself again. Remember this. The wilderness is not punishment. It's preparation for the promised land. Every tear watered the roots of your maturity. Every lonely night birthed wisdom. You were never being ignored, you were being invested in. Now, that preparation is paying off. The people who once overlooked you will soon recognize the growth they didn't witness. The same solitude that broke you is the soil that grew you. And now, heaven is saying, step forward, you're ready. Chosen one, you have graduated from obscurity. You have passed tests that no one saw, and heaven is honoring what you did in private. The season of isolation has ended. The divine reconnection has begun. Hold your head high. You are not emerging as the same person who went in. You are walking out refined, radiant, and ready, because what felt like exile was actually elevation in disguise. Chosen one, heaven is releasing a new kind of wealth not measured by money alone, but by divine multiplication. This is not ordinary increase. It's a sacred transfer of ideas, opportunities, and influence into the hands of those who walk in purpose. You are being given a mantle of multiplication, a spiritual authority that causes what you touch to grow beyond human logic. For too long, the righteous have carried vision without resources, while the unrighteous flaunted resources without vision. That imbalance is ending. God is repositioning his chosen to become stewards of kingdom wealth. Wealth not for luxury, but for legacy. Every skill, every talent, every creative seed within you is about to attract supernatural provision. This is a spiritual economy powered by purpose. Money will follow mission, support will chase obedience. The divine law of multiplication has been activated in your favor. What you create for God will draw resources from unexpected directions. Investors, partnerships, ideas, and innovations will begin to appear out of nowhere. This is not coincidence. It's divine orchestration. God says, "I will anoint the blueprint, not just the builder." In this season, the blessing rests upon what you design in faith. Plans written in prayer will prosper. Dreams born in obedience will find funding without striving. Heaven will breathe on your efforts and expand them beyond measure. But remember, this mantle is sacred. It requires humility, integrity, and generosity. You are not called to hoard wealth. You are called to channel it. The same spirit that multiplies your resources will test your stewardship. Chosen one, prepare to operate under open heaven. The more you give, the more will flow. The more you build for God's glory, the more doors will open effortlessly. You are stepping into divine productivity, a rhythm where every action becomes a seed and every seed yields increase. This is not prosperity for show. It is prosperity with purpose. The mantle of multiplication is resting upon you to create, to lead, to give, to build, and as you walk in it, heaven's economy will follow your obedience. Chosen one, your private obedience is about to meet public reward. Heaven has seen every act of faith no one applauded, every seed you planted in tears, every moment you chose righteousness over recognition. You didn't do it for attention, but now God is making sure the world knows what he already saw in secret. This is your vindication moment. The tables are turning in your favor. The same people who overlooked you, doubted you, or dismissed your value will soon witness your elevation. What they thought was your ending was actually your preparation. God hid you until the right moment so no one could take credit for your rise. Expect sudden shifts. Invitations will come you didn't apply for. Opportunities will appear without effort. Rooms that once ignored your presence will now wait for your voice. It will seem unfair to others, but it's divine justice, the reward for faithfulness under pressure. You endured quietly while others boasted loudly. You kept serving while others were seen. And now the God who rewards in his timing is calling your name. But as you rise, stay grounded. Your elevation is not for ego, it's for impact. You are being lifted to bring light into dark spaces, to prove that humility and holiness still lead to honor. Chosen one, the season of invisibility is over. The covering of preparation is being removed, and the crown of visibility is being placed upon your head. Heaven declares, "Well done, faithful one, now step forward and shine." Your public reward has arrived, and no one can reverse it. Chosen one, heaven is shifting the balance sheets of the earth. The wealth transfer has begun, a divine redistribution of resources, platforms, and influence from the hands of the unrighteous into the hands of the faithful. This is not about greed, it's about governance. God is repositioning his chosen to manage wealth with integrity, vision, and compassion. For too long, the systems of this world have rewarded corruption and silenced righteousness. But now the spiritual economy is realigning. God is raising leaders who will handle prosperity with purity, men and women who will use abundance to rebuild communities, feed the hungry, and fund divine missions. The wealth that once empowered deception will now advance truth. This shift is strategic, not spontaneous. Heaven's treasury is opening only to those who have been proven trustworthy in lack. If you were faithful when you had little, you will now be entrusted with much. The same hands that once carried emptiness will soon carry overflow, not for status, but for service. This kingdom economy operates by different laws. Here, generosity multiplies, obedience opens doors, and purpose attracts provision. You are being called to participate in a higher system, one where money is not the master, but the messenger of mission. God will place resources in your path, not for indulgence, but for influence. Expect divine ideas, strategies that create impact and prosperity at the same time. Expect favor in business, sudden partnerships, and financial opportunities that carry peace, not pressure. The righteous are rising in power, and with them, the resources are shifting. Chosen one, this is your confirmation. Heaven is funding your purpose. You are not chasing money. Money will chase your mission. The wealth of the wicked has been stored up for this moment, and now it's being released into the hands of the chosen to build, to bless, and to bring heaven's order to earth. Chosen one, this is the hour when true leaders rise, not those seeking thrones, but those carrying truth. Heaven is anointing voices of integrity, people who fear God more than they crave applause. You are one of them. The authority resting upon your life is not political or positional. It is spiritual. It's the kind of influence that cannot be bought, taught, or revoked. It comes directly from divine endorsement. God has been shaping you quietly, developing your character before releasing your command. Every trial, every season of obscurity, every hidden test was leadership training in disguise. You were learning how to lead without recognition, how to love without reward, and how to serve without seeking status. Those lessons were the foundation of your authority. Now, the mantle of leadership is falling on those who endured. Heaven is raising generals who will not bend to culture, who will stand for righteousness even when it's unpopular. This leadership is not about domination, it's about stewardship. You are being trusted to influence lives, industries, and nations with grace, wisdom, and discernment. When divine authority flows through you, it won't sound boastful, it will sound weighty. People will listen because they'll feel heaven behind your words. You won't need to prove your power. Your presence will speak for itself. The Spirit of God will rest on you in meetings, conversations, and moments where decisions shape destinies. Chosen one. Lead with compassion, but stand with conviction. The world is desperate for examples of holiness wrapped in humility. Let your integrity be louder than your ambition. This is your commissioning to walk in authority without arrogance, to lead boldly but love deeply. You were never meant to blend in. You were meant to set the standard. Rise now, fearless leader of light. Heaven trusts you with influence because your heart has proven faithful. Chosen one, heaven is whispering your name in places your feet haven't yet walked. You may feel unseen, but divine recognition is already unfolding behind the scenes. God is arranging destiny connections, people, opportunities, and alliances that will propel you into the next phase of your assignment. This is not networking by effort, it's networking by grace. The same God who brought Ruth to Boaz's field and Joseph into Pharaoh's court is now orchestrating divine introductions for you. He is speaking your name in rooms of influence, aligning hearts that will recognize your value before you even speak. What once required striving will now come through sovereign alignment. You don't need to chase validation. Favor is chasing you. The individuals being drawn to you carry keys to doors you didn't even know existed. They are divinely assigned to help unlock your next level. And you, in turn, will hold keys for others. This is how heaven builds, through connection, collaboration, and covenant. Every season of obscurity was preparation for this moment of visibility. God hid you until the right eyes were ready to see you. And now, the unveiling begins. Doors will open without explanations. People of influence will mention your name with respect. Hidden favor will surface suddenly, confirming that this is not luck, it's divine orchestration. Chosen one, stay humble in this unfolding. The favor that's finding you is fragile in human hands, but powerful in God's. Handle every connection with grace, discernment, and gratitude. You are stepping into a web of divine relationships woven by heaven itself. The recognition coming to you is not for ego, it's for impact. You were never overlooked. You were simply reserved for the right alignment. Chosen one, take this in the season of struggle is ending, and the season of overflow has begun. The drought that once surrounded your life is giving way to rivers of restoration. God is not only returning what was lost, He's returning it multiplied, healed, and whole. Every broken piece of your journey is being gathered into a masterpiece of divine redemption. This is not just about financial blessing or outward success. It's about the restoration of your entire being. Your peace is being renewed. Your joy is being refilled. Your faith is being refreshed. You will no longer wake up heavy with worry or fear. You will rise steady in the quiet confidence that God has made all things new. The pain that once defined you will become the story that refines you. The tears you cried in secret are now watering the garden of your next harvest. Relationships that were broken will find healing. Opportunities that seemed gone forever will return in greater form. Even your health, energy, and creativity will feel the touch of heaven's renewal. This is shalom, not just the absence of chaos, but the presence of wholeness. You will live in a flow of divine ease, where what you need comes without strain, and what you give multiplies in grace. Chosen one, you've walked through fire and came out refined. You've endured storms and discovered stillness. Now, God sets you in a spacious place, surrounded by peace that surpasses understanding. Breathe. Receive. Rest. You are stepping into a life where overflow is natural and peace is permanent. This is your divine restoration, not partial, but complete. Chosen one, the struggle you once knew is fading. You have entered a season of effortless acceleration, where the hand of God moves you faster than human effort ever could. The resistance that once drained you has lifted, and now you move with the wind of heaven at your back. This is not about striving, it's about synchronization. You've aligned your spirit with divine timing, and now creation itself is cooperating with your calling. Doors that refused to open before will swing wide without you knocking. Conversations will align with purpose. Delays will dissolve. You will feel as if the ground itself is carrying you forward. What once required pressure will now happen with peace, because grace has taken over where grind once ruled. This is the rhythm of divine flow, not chaos, not hurry, but harmony. God's hand is guiding your pace so that every step lands in perfect alignment with destiny. The same spirit that led you through the wilderness is now pushing you into fulfillment. Don't mistake this ease for luck, it's confirmation. You've completed the hard part. You've proven your faith through obedience. Heaven now rewards that consistency with momentum. Stay centered in prayer and humility, for this speed is sacred. Move, but do not rush. Advance, but stay anchored in peace. You will find that opportunities appear exactly when you're ready, and provision meets you at every turn. Chosen one, this is your divine current, a supernatural wind that carries you beyond effort and into purpose. You are no longer forcing doors open. You're gliding through gates of grace. Welcome to the flow of heaven, the rhythm where purpose feels like peace and progress feels like breathing. Chosen one, the tables are turning, and this time they're turning in your favor. What once worked against you is now working for you. The same circumstances that once caused pain will become the very platforms for your praise. Heaven has issued a divine reversal, and every no that broke your heart is transforming into a divine yes that will heal it. God is restoring justice where you were wronged, honor where you were humiliated, and favor where you were forgotten. The very soil of your suffering is becoming the foundation of your success. You will look back and realize that nothing was wasted, not one tear, not one rejection, not one lonely night. Each moment was a thread in heaven's larger tapestry, now being revealed in its glory. This is the fulfillment of prophecy. Behold, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs forth, do you not perceive it? Isaiah 40:3-19. The Lord is parting your Red Sea, opening doors that defied explanation, and turning impossible situations into undeniable miracles. Expect divine compensation blessings that not only make up for lost time, but elevate you beyond where you would have been. Where you were once behind, you will now lead. Where you were silenced, your voice will carry power. You've waited patiently, and heaven has taken notice. The time for delay is over. The season of fulfillment has begun. Every promise that seemed suspended in time is being released into your reality. Chosen one, the reversal has already started. The pain becomes purpose. The test becomes testimony. The prophecy becomes proof. Lift your eyes, the season of reversal is here. The same God who allowed the storm is now commanding the calm. This is your moment of divine justice, and it cannot be undone. Chosen one, this is the moment heaven has been preparing you for the final activation, the divine commissioning of your destiny. Everything you have endured, every battle you fought, every silent season you survived has led to this. You have graduated from refinement to reign, from testing to testimony, from waiting to walking in divine authority. Heaven's decree is being spoken over your life right now. Arise, my chosen one. Step into the fullness of who you are. This is not a suggestion, it's a summons. The mantle of purpose is resting on your shoulders, glowing with the oil of endurance and faith. You are not being called to merely exist, you are being commissioned to lead, build, heal, and transform. Every gift you carry is about to activate in full measure. Your words will carry weight. Your presence will shift atmospheres. The same Spirit that raised Jesus from the dead now flows through you, empowering you to do what once felt impossible. Miracles will follow your obedience. Doors will open at the sound of your yes. But with power comes purpose. You are not chosen for comfort, but for commission. Your influence will not serve ego, it will serve eternity. The platform God gives you is not for applause, but for assignment. Move with reverence, walk with wisdom, and remember that heaven backs every step taken in alignment. The world is waiting for the light you carry. You are heaven's answer to earth's confusion. You are the bridge between the divine and the broken, the living evidence that prophecy is real and faith still works. Chosen one, your time of hiding is over. Step forward as a vessel of glory. Speak boldly, love deeply, lead fearlessly. The same God who called you in secret is now announcing you in public. This is your official commissioning. Go and shine. Transform atmospheres. Heal hearts. Build what others only dreamed of. Walk in authority, clothed in humility, fueled by grace. The final word has been spoken. You are activated. You are appointed. You are anointed. The heavens have released you. Now, rise and take your place. If this message stirred something in your spirit, don't let it fade. Hit that like button to confirm your alignment. Subscribe to walk with this prophetic community, and comment 777 below as your declaration that you're ready for divine movement. Your agreement releases energy into the atmosphere. Heaven responds when faith is activated. This is your moment to embody everything you've become through the refining fire. No more waiting, no more wondering, just walking in divine momentum.